Hello financial modelers, data analysts and Excel enthusiasts. In this video, I'm going to be talking to you about the do's and don'ts of working with dynamic arrays. Dynamic arrays is available in Microsoft 365 and Zoho Sheets and becoming more and more popular. But the problem is many of you who are adopting it are looking at it as a replacement for Control C and Control V, that's copy pasting, instead of understanding its true purpose. This is leading to indulging in certain risky behaviors. Most importantly, many of you are mixing legacy cell by cell approach with the dynamic array approach, and that is disastrous. And I'm going to illustrate this to you with one practical example. And then, of course, I will also tell you what is the right way to do it so that you can avoid the risk. Let's look at this illustration. In this illustration, I have invoice data in which I have invoice number, customer name, and the amounts. And we're creating two summaries out of it. One is sales by customer and another one is sales by geography. For sales by customer, we are first getting the unique customer name from the invoice table itself, and then we are just sorting it so that it's in alphabetical order. And we are taking the total sales by using a sumifs function, sumifs of the invoice amount, where the customer name is the same as what we have pulled out here as a unique customer. The problem is when we go to the geography data, because when we want to summarize by geography, we don't have that information in the invoice table. And this is where people end up fusing the legacy approach with the dynamic array and create a mess. In this case, what you notice is that against each of the customer name in the customer summary, we have mentioned the geography manually. These are manual inputs. Everything in blue here is manually input. And then we are using a sumifs function where we are taking sumifs from the client summary amount column if the geography here is same as the geography that we have in the geographic summary. This looks fine right now, but I'll show you how it's going to get messed up. What we're going to do is just add information about a new customer, an invoice, which is going to be for a new customer that's added here. And the moment it's added, my data here has gone for a toss. The geography summary is not tying up with client level summary. And if you had noticed earlier, the data we had for geography summary is also completely changed. What went wrong here? The new customer I pasted here has a name AppCorp Inc. and in alphabetical order that went up, replacing Alien Co Limited. Alien Co Limited is an APAC based company, but right now because this array got rearranged, we are seeing that the geography mentioned next to that person is EMEA. So the dynamic array got rearranged, but the static inputs that we mentioned earlier has not got rearranged, and that's leading to disastrous outcome. If you have large list of clients, now what you will have to do is you will have to rearrange all the geographic classification. That's still okay. The worst part is, what if we have not realized this mistake and we went ahead and published this information because probably everybody thought that the report is dynamic and the data would automatically get updated. This can be very disastrous and can lead to several $1 million of losses for companies. How do we avoid this? The solution is very simple, and I'm going to show it to you with another illustration here. This looks almost similar to what we saw there. Invoice data, customer level summary and geographic summary. Only difference you would notice is that I've created a separate mapping with the customers or the client with the geographies. And here in this table, both the client name and the geography is a manual input. In our client level summary, we again have the geography data, but this time it's pulled using an XLOOKUP function. XLOOKUP, VLOOKUP, index match, whatever you're comfortable with, you can use it. So in this case, what's going to happen is when I add the new customer, by the way, just notice that in the client level table, pretty much as a company, you would have a client master where we also have information about all the clients, including in this case, a big cow. So let me paste this data here. I'm adding this data and you see that it's moving pretty smoothly here, right? We got the new company added. The geography also changed because we didn't manually type it. It's pulled using XLOOKUP. So we are getting the right geographies and it's getting correctly summarized in our geographic summary as well. So when you're working with dynamic arrays, don't look at dynamic arrays as copy paste tool. Dynamic arrays, think of it as a query, right? And the tables as the database. And in fact, that's how Microsoft envisioned it when they presented dynamic arrays as a concept first time in 2018 in their annual event, right? So I hope you found the video useful, and I hope if you're a dynamic array users that you will avoid mixing and matching the legacy approach with the dynamic array approach. and you will adopt a proper architecture, a table-based architecture along with dynamic arrays to take your Microsoft Excel work to the next level. All right. And before I end, if you want to understand dynamic arrays and tables in depth, I did a webinar a few months ago, or actually a year ago, and with this also available in our channel. You can check it out. It's a pretty detailed video. You can go through that. I hope you found the video useful. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.